Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm the Gentleman and welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Pixel Club. For today's video we are playing a game on the Amiga. This game is called Banshee. So, why are we playing this? Easy really. I get inspired by games through various different ways on what we're going to play, and it's not necessarily the game, it's going to be the style of game. And this is a plane game with the objective to fly across an ocean, destroy a harbour town and so on. But basically it's a 1942-1943 type game on the Amiga, which has very much steampunk type graphics that you can see at the moment. You can see this looking at the control panel, you can see this looking at the bronzy type colours of everything. But how did I get inspired to play this game? For those of you that may not know, I'm rebuilding my ZX Spectrum collection of games that I used to have in the past, but games that I got rid of. I once sold my entire collection of hundreds upon hundreds of games when I was 18, 19, because I was never ever going to touch the ZX Spectrum again. To a work colleague, I got about 50 quid for this, maybe 150 quid, I can't really remember. To me, it was a good deal because this was a time where I had all kinds of money problems and any money coming in was a good thing. Looking back on it now and looking at the prices for some of these items on eBay, it was a bad deal. It was the worst deal there could have ever been. But that aside, where do I get my inspiration for games that we're playing today? As I'm rebuilding my collection, in the post, this arrived. That game wasn't one that I actually ordered specifically, but Ace of Aces came in a box of a few other Spectrum games that I wanted, and it's one of the bonus freebie ones that you actually get. Wasn't looking to buy, never owned it before, but it was there, and I thought, let's play a shoot 'em up game, and let's play one on the Amiga. We've done a lot of other things, we've done a lot of Spectrums recently, we've done quite a few arcade games, we've done some SNES, we've done some Mega Drive. I've recorded another video for the Amiga very recently, but it was time for another one. You know, 2 in a row is going to do no harm whatsoever. So we are going to pick a shoot 'em up on the Amiga, but a plane based one. So how did I pick this game? Having never seen it before, having never played it before, I scrolled through what is effectively a disc full of Amiga games that you can run on the Amiga, recreated on the MiSTer FPGA. It's a hard drive image that exists out there, and this was there. It shows pictures of screenshots as you go down. So I saw this and thought, yeah, this is the game we're going to play. And bloody hell, what a cracking game it is. When it booted, the sound effects oozed absolute quality here. And you know, quality is different when you look at, say, today's sound effects compared to what you had back then on the Amiga. But quality nevertheless, because the Amiga was a bloody good system. And you know, it was intense. It reminded me effectively of Pinball Dreams, Pinball Illusions, the way that started up. It reminded me of the demo scene, the way the game name just burst into lights in front of you. And I thought, yeah, this is absolutely the right game. There are times I pick games and fire them up and I think, dear God, no, we're not going to play this game. Or you do a few minutes of it and you think, no, this is absolute tosh. Let's just bin this. Yeah, probably the amount of videos that get made and the amount of videos get binned, you could probably weigh them almost hand in hand in size. But this is one that we kept and we did. And I'm looking at the graphics now as I'm talking over the replay here. You know, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely brilliant. And look at the panels, for instance, where you've got your lives. You can clearly play 2 players with this because there is a second option for a plane. We're playing the plane on the top left panel, and the energy, for instance, you've got a green bar that shows your health. That gets knocked down when your shield gets knocked down. You've got lives there, you've got loops there that I'm not using very well, but it all hangs together. It gels really, really well. I'm going to play this game and use all the continues it gives you. I think it gives you up to 3 continues. Can't really remember, not 100% sure, but you know, we're going to play this and get as far into the game as we can with this. It's probably not going to be very far, but if I can keep getting power-ups like the one I got that killed all those items, that will be great. The game is moving at a nice speed, but look at the details. So that rocket launcher that I've just blown up on the deck and the one that's to the middle left of the screen now, look at the rockets in them, and when they fire the rockets, they disappear out the launcher. So it's like that is the missile that's going to be shot at you, and that truly is the one. It's not an infinite storm of missiles coming out at you. The explosions of the plane are really, really pretty. You know, there's been a lot of effort that's gone into this. This game, I believe, was created by Core, that had a few hits in their name under their belt. You know, that was a good company, that was a quality company, and if I had owned this game when I had an Amiga, it would have been one of the go-to games. It would have been one of the games to go back to. I'm enjoying this because it's not impossibly hard, e.g., you know, it's not brutal to the point of you're constantly dead. I've got 3 submarines on the screen that I'm trying to shoot. I'm battling away with one of them at the moment, and eventually that will go down. It's not a case of where it's one of these bullet hell things where every single enemy is all shooting at you at once, where, you know, you've just got to be a minor god to be able to survive this. There was 3 of them very briefly you saw there, but no, this is working quite well and enjoying what I'm seeing. I want to call out the power-ups as well. So like the 1941-42 games, you know, this has power-ups that are dropped by planes. However, these are a little bit different, and you may have noticed, I didn't mention it, but I'm talking about it now. You may have noticed when they drop, you can shoot them, and some of them will actually change what they are. So you can change it from maybe being, I don't know, a bullet, a missile, to health. All you have to do is shoot them and they toggle, and you get a bit of difference in terms of, you know, where you are. So I've got the credits at the bottom, 2 credits on the bottom left of the screen there. All of those will be used up as we go on the journey and we use a live sheet. The game doesn't specifically end as such, it just allows you to carry on, and when you have no more credits left, you're going to go to the high score screen, if I'm good enough to go to the high score screen. Enjoying this very much, and the animation is super smooth. It's not the fastest of games, so, you know, I get time to sort of shoot that lighthouse, blow that up, you know, work my way down, get other things blown up as we go without too much pain. We have to attack the bridge. That reminds me very much of Commando, and keep an eye on the bridge. You know, some of these bridges, not all of them, you have little men coming out, and the little men have wonderful, wonderful death animations. You know, there's been a lot of effort that's gone into this game, and I wonder if this had been a proper arcade game in terms of, is it in the arcades, how well would it have done? You know, it's not as fast as the plane games that I've mentioned before. And look at this bridge, look at the little men before we go back to that, watch them die, the poor little things with blood everywhere. And there's another animation they can do where they get caught on fire as well. But yeah, if this was an arcade, how well would it have done? You know, how big is this game? I don't get, obviously, to the end of this. You know, you will see my gameplay skills, you've seen my abilities. I have got some better abilities at the moment because I've picked up a firing weapon that allows me to shoot multi-angles at once. I can shoot forward, left and right, that will allow me to get a little bit further in that game. But I did just blow up there. But, you know, we'll see how far we get. You know, I had a nice weapon that I lost, so I'm clearly not going to make it to the end of this game. But how big is this game? And this is the beauty of emulation on MiSTer FPGA, where you can fire up the Amigas, you can fire up the STs, the Spectrum, the Commodores, or whatever. It doesn't matter how big the game is, you always have value for money. You know, I remember days of old, maybe on the Spectrum. I want to talk about a game called ID by Mel Croucher here. That was meant to be a groundbreaking game. It had AI and everything else there, and I love, you know, the Mel Croucher works. I love everything that he did for Automata, things like this, all the games that he was involved in. But that game, you know, back then, £8 was a lot of money to me, and this is game over. But I finished that literally in the space of one evening, and this is where these games are so great. It doesn't matter how short, how long they are, you will always get value for money. So if you want a great system, if you're looking at this and you don't own an emulation system, you don't own a system to create great games, dig out the MiSTer FPGA. It will not let you down. Anyway, I'm the Gentleman. This is Gentleman's Pixel Club. This has been the brilliant Banshee. I will see you next time. Stay safe, take care, goodbye.
Would you like to play again?